guys, Higgins in Japan here with another edition of the Friday video. The Friday video is the video that I make right here in my car on the way home from work on Friday. And it's here. Graduation day has already happened. It has been 1 year, not maybe to the day, but 1 year since I have moved, quit my job, bought a car, got a new place to live. Like, all of that has happened in the past year, and holy cow, I can't believe that it's already been a year. Like, we had graduation today. Like, that's it. Like, those kids have graduated. Like, that's an entire school year. Like, that's it. Like, school's over. And it's been 1 year since like I said, quit a job that I had been working at for 5 years, the job that brought me to Japan. Sold a lot of stuff, packed up a lot of stuff, and moved not too terribly far from where I used to live, but to a town that I'd only visited, I gotta go to the bank, only visited once, maybe twice. And you know, trying to fit into a new town and trying to find your place in this world. Shout outs, Michael W. Smith, that's all you. But yeah, holy cow, I can't believe that it's been a year since all of that has happened. You know, that can be kind of a daunting thing, right? Like a job that you've worked at for 5 years, a company that you've worked for 5 years that didn't recognize any of your accomplishments, didn't praise anything that you did, barely recognized you existed. You know, worked for people that, you know, a manager that didn't even know that I was coaching softball until a year after the fact. You know, people are busy, I get it. But if you got employees, you should probably, you know something about them, or at least pretend to know something about them, right? But yeah, quit that job of 5 years. Holy cow, I can't believe I lasted that long. Most people don't make it through dispatch companies that long, and I suggest that you don't work that long for dispatch companies. But sometimes you got to pay your dues, right? You gotta do the jobs that maybe aren't the best fit for you until something else comes along that is the right fit for you. And I feel like this job currently is the right fit for me. So I'm going to stay here. And maybe next year this time, I don't know, maybe I'll have a different video. But for right now, that's my 1 year review in a nutshell. But yeah, no, it's crazy how time has flown by, and especially here on YouTube as well. So I'm gonna do a little bit of a thank you to everybody that's been watching the videos over the years, and over the past year especially. You guys have been around for quite a few momentous occasions in my life, YouTube wise, or things that I share on YouTube. So thank you. I appreciate you watching and sticking around. Today's video is sponsored by... No, it's not sponsored by anybody. Today's video didn't really have a topic, and I try not to do too many like rambly videos, but I didn't put out a Friday video last week, so apologies to that. I did get some messages from people saying that they missed the show or wanted to know why I didn't make the video or whatever. But you know, sometimes you get busy, or sometimes you just get lazy. I'm going to stop into here at the bank right quick, so there's going to be like a weird cut, but I'll be back in just a second. I mean, it'll seem like a second. It'll be longer than a second, because I'm not the Flash. So I'll be right back. And I'm back, and all up in your face with a rhyme that I embrace. Hey, and if you get any of the references in this video today, go ahead and make sure you hit that unsubscribe button. It's just not going to get any better than this. Anyways, so I was thinking about it in the bank, and one of the main like one of the major things that I worry about / think about is not running red lights. Apparently, that's not something that I worry about. It was greenish when I went through it. Anyways, I think one of the things that when you come to a new town, especially, or if you come to a new school, and I've talked about this before, just like some of the things that you worry about or you think about, you're like, well, like how, at least things that I think about, how are you going to like impact your students? Are you going to get through to them? Are you going to be able to be a good influence on them? All these things come into play, at least in my mind, when I'm thinking about, teaching each year. And so sometimes you have students that aren't motivated, and I talked about that in a video before. And you've got and something that somebody brought up as a comment in that video, which was a really excellent point, is that like you have no idea like what's going on in the lives of your students outside of the classroom, like outside of the time that they're in school. And so I think one of the main things of being a teacher is being flexible. One, being able to move schedules around, being able to teach things almost at a moment's notice sometimes. But also I think you have to have a lot of compassion. There's a lot of things that you don't know about your students' lives. And, I've heard of, English teachers before, like I had previous students that told me, oh, you're so much better than the previous English teacher. He made kids cry. He was yelling at people all the time. Like, that should never even be a thing, right? Like, you're there to teach English. You're not there to discipline, first of all. And the other thing is, you don't know the things that are going on in your students' lives outside of school. And so you have a really good opportunity to be a positive influence on your students, someone that they can look up to, someone that they can trust and talk to, even if it has nothing to do with school. Like, I have conversations with students about all kinds of things, and that's part of getting to know your students, is just find out what they're interested in, find out what music they like, what movies they're into. I got students that are super into Marvel right now because that's really popular. But if you're really distant and really standoffish with your students, they're not going to want to be around you. They're not going to want to talk to you. They're not going to want to tell you, oh, I'm going to see Black Panther tomorrow. Like, oh, that's cool. Like, you don't have that kind of rapport with your students. And so yeah, I think that on top of being flexible, you got to be compassionate with your students. And maybe they're not motivated for a million different reasons, but maybe you can help them be motivated, right? Maybe you can help them to want to learn English and to be better students. I don't know. Maybe that's not why you're coming to Japan to teach. I don't know. I guess it's different for every person, right? Like, for me, that's something that I think about each new school year, or each new school that I get to, is like, all right, new kids, new challenges. You're teaching the same material. That stuff doesn't change, right? Different interactions with teachers, and teachers are always changing and always going to different schools, so things can be different each year. And so it's cool. This year has been really good, and I'm really glad that I made the decision to move here. I'm glad that I made the decision to quit my job. It was a long time coming and should have happened probably a lot sooner, but I wanted to do something that felt right to me, and it felt right at the time. And like I said, I really should make and I'm dreading it, because I don't want it to be this like, let's make a video bashing dispatch companies, because anybody can do that, and I'm sure that there are a million videos on YouTube of people just bashing the company that they work for, because like, I don't find that constructive or helpful. But if I can warn people or give people pointers or say, hey, this shouldn't happen, don't let them get away with this, maybe then that's the route to go. Because, I mean, like, it's really easy to just sit here and say, like, oh, my boss was an idiot, or my boss was this, or, like, they did this and it was stupid, or, like, whatever. Anybody can slap a camera on their car and drive around and talk about stuff, but I kind of want something on YouTube to be of use to others. I don't know. I think I'm gonna go. The guy next to me is shaving. I don't know why he's shaving in the afternoon, but whatever. Keep on keeping on. And yeah, if you have any questions or comments, head over to facebook.com/HigginsInJapan. This was kind of a weird, rambly video. Anyways, have a good one, guys. Peace.